Exploring Alaska. Wow, it's gorgeous. It's just beautiful. Okay, so introduction. So Alaska's history is deeply rooted in the indigenous cultures with groups like the Inupiat, Yupik, Aleut, Tlingit, Haida, and Athabascans living there for thousands of years. Russian explorers arrived in the 18th century, establishing a fur trade that heavily impacted native populations. In 1867, wow, it was a long time ago, the US purchased Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. That's like next to nothing nowadays. So that's really
Mhm.
wild. A move initially criticized, but later seen as strategically valuable, especially during World War II and the Cold War. Alaska became the 49th state in 1959, and its economy has since been driven by oil, fishing, and tourism. Today, it remains a land of stunning natural beauty, rich indigenous heritage, and ongoing debates over sovereignty and resource management. So, geography. Alaska is the largest US state, covering over 663,000 square miles with a diverse, rugged landscape. It's bordered by Canada to the east, the Arctic Ocean to the north, and the Pacific Ocean to the south and the west. The state features vast mountain ranges, including the Alaska Range, home to Denali, North America's tallest peak at 20,310 feet. It has thousands of glaciers, extensive forests, and a long, jagged coastline with numerous islands. Alaska's climate varies widely from the Arctic tundra in the north to temperature rainforests in the southeast. The state experiences long and harsh winters and short, cool summers with extreme daylight variations and near total darkness in the winter and almost continuous daylight in the summer. That's actually really crazy to think about. The fact that in the summer it's like always sunny and in the winter they barely get any sun. I feel like that would be really hard to deal with, but I guess they're used to it over there. Major rivers like the Yukon and Kuskomin, that's a little hard to pronounce, play vital roles in transportation and indigenous lifestyles. Alaska's geography makes it both breathtaking and challenging for human settlement. I think challenging is definitely the right word. Something I find interesting is in this map, you can see how close Russia and Alaska are together. I don't think people realize how close they are. They're literally like neighboring countries. And there's actually a little spot between Alaska and Russia that's like, I don't even know how many meters. I might look this up after, but very, very close, which I just found out recently. I thought that was really cool. So, climate. So, Alaska's climate varies widely due to its vast size and diverse geography. It has five main climate zones: Arctic, subarctic, maritime, transitional, and temperate. The Arctic region in the north experiences extremely cold winters with temperatures dropping below -50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is under -45 Celsius. Not sure if that's exactly the right conversion, and short, cool summers. The subarctic interior has long, harsh winters and warm summers with extreme temperature swings between seasons. The southern coastal areas, influenced by the Pacific Ocean, have a milder maritime climate with cooler summers and wetter conditions. The southeastern region, including the Alaska Panhandle, features a temperature rainforest climate that's with heavy rainfall and moderate temperatures. Throughout the state, daylight varies significantly with long and dark winters and nearly continuous daylight in summer, especially in the far north. So, attractions in Alaska. So the first attraction is the Denali National Park and Reserve, home to Denali, North America's tallest peak. This park offers breathtaking landscapes, wildlife like grizzly bears and moose, and outdoor activities like hiking, camping, and wildlife tours. Wow, that's so beautiful, that huge mountain. Glacier Bay National Park, the UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its massive tidewater glaciers, rugged mountains, and marine wildlife like humpback whales, seals, and sea lions. It's popular for boat tours and kayaking. And then we have Kenai F. Fjords, I don't know if that's spelled properly, National Park. So it's located near Seward. This park features the stunning hardening ice field, dramatic fords, and abundant marine life, including orcas and puffins. Visitors enjoy boat tours and kayaking and glacier hikes. Aurora Borealis, best seen in Fairbanks and other northern areas from September to April. The aurora is a mesmerizing natural light show caused by changing particles from the sun's interacting with Earth's atmosphere. That's absolutely gorgeous. I've always wanted to see these lights. They're just beautiful. And I actually think we can see these lights in some part of Canada as well. So it's pretty cool.
You see them in Niagara Falls at night.
Oh yeah, Niagara Falls. Wow. I didn't realize you could see them there. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so now moving on to Anchorage. So Alaska's largest city is called Anchorage, and it offers a mix of urban attractions and outdoor adventures, including the Alaska Native Heritage Center, the Tony Knolls Coastal Trail, and nearby Chuag State Park for hiking and wildlife viewing. Cuisine. Salmon, that makes sense. So Alaska is famous for its wild salmon, including king.
Where's Randy? We got salmon.
We got salmon. So we have king salmon, sockeye, coho, so lots of different varieties. It's often smoked using alder wood or grilled fresh or baked with local seasonings for a rich and flavorful dish. I love salmon, so I could definitely appreciate a good Alaskan salmon. Moving on to reindeer sausage. So that sounds interesting. It's a staple in Alaska. So reindeer sausage is made from a mix of reindeer and pork or beef, giving it a smoky and slightly gamey taste. It's commonly served with breakfast or in hot dogs. I don't think I'd be a big fan of that one. There's also king crab. So that's one of Alaska's most favorite delicacies. King crab legs are massive, they're sweet, and they're tender. They're often served steamed with melted butter and lemon. Sounds good. And then there's halibut. So halibut's a mild, flaky whitefish served in a variety of ways, including beer-battered fish and chips, or as halibut cheeks, a delicacy with a buttery texture. Sounds really good too. Akutak. So akutak is a traditional native Alaskan dessert. It's made by mixing whipped animal fat, often seal or reindeer, with snowberries and sometimes fish. It's a high-energy food historically eaten by hunters. So now a couple fun facts and a video to wrap it all up. So fun facts. So Alaska is the biggest US state. It's twice the size of Texas, which is pretty crazy because Texas is actually a really big state. So it's actually twice the size of it. It's the only US state that doesn't border another state. It's the land of the midnight sun, so 24-hour daylight in the summer and pure darkness in the winter. It's one of the best places to see the northern lights. Alaska has more coastline than all of the other US states combined. It's home to North America's tallest peak, which is Denali. We did talk about that before. It has over 130 volcanoes, and many of them are still active. Dog mushing is the official state sport. Another fact is that it has more brown bears than any other state in the US. And you can also see Russia from Alaska, which is called Little Diomede Island. And that's actually the island I was talking about before that connects them. So you can actually see Russia from that point. So the next fact is that Juneau, which is the capital, is only accessible by boat or by plane. Giant vegetables also grow there due to long summers in the daylight. And there's over 100,000 glaciers in Alaska, covering 5% of the state. And our last fact of today is that there's no state sales tax or income tax, which is very nice. They're very lucky.